Are you a Jesus-loving woman who overexercises and deprives herself of food, desperately trying to obtain a goal weight on the scale? And yet, at the same time, you strive to be a healthy version of yourself by eating well and feeling fit? Hi, I'm Andrea, and I was running on the same hamster wheel for over 20 years. My toxic body image and eating disorder stole my joy and self-respect. Thankfully, God was always with me, fighting my battles and blessing me with the grit to reclaim my life. I'm off the hamster wheel, but I see you still stuck in the cage, and I want to help free you too. Journey with me every week. I'll share personal stories, tools, mindset shifts, and the practical steps I took to heal my unhealthy relationship with food and exercise. I don't believe food and exercise are the problems. I believe they're part of the solution. Instead, I'll teach you how your mindset and faith are the keys to healing. Get ready to navigate your newfound path to healing. Get ready to reclaim your self-worth. Get ready to realign with your God-given identity. For in this identity is where you find true wellness and healing. When you are well, your gifts shine into the world. Shine on, babe. Let's do this. I'm Andrea Carroll, and this is Good Vanilla. Hey friend, I'm hopping in here, gonna have a quick heart-to-heart with you. Healing from an eating disorder is a journey. And my journey began 23 years ago. And along my path to recovery, I have experienced so many twists and turns and dead ends. But I've learned so much navigating my path for so long. And I call these things that I've learned, I call them healing highlights. And what I did for you is I made you a brand new workbook called The Christian Girl's Guide to Breaking Up with an Eating Disorder. And what I did is I took 7 of these healing highlights and I'm sharing them with you in this workbook. Think of this guide as a roadmap to recovery. And these 7 tips that I'm sharing with you are must-stop landmarks on your so-called scenic journey to recovery. So this workbook is designed to really help you focus on areas, those healing highlight areas where you need to be doing the internal work. At the end of each section, I actually have a spot for you to reflect and journal. And I ask you a few tough questions to really get your gears turning and really start that internal work in building your awareness around your unique path, where you need to be focused on in your recovery. The workbook is completely free. You can find the link to download in the show notes. So go click that link, download it, print it off, start working through it, and start doing the dang thing. Get your feet moving down your path to recovery. You got this, friend. I'm here to support you all the way. You have a great day. Hey there, friend. Welcome to the show. I am so happy to have you here. It is a blessing and it is an honor. Today, I have my daughter, Ava. She's joining us again for another show. She is 9 years old.
Yeah, make sure to declare that.
Declare that?
Yeah.
Declare it or to declare it?
Declare.
Declare the 9-year-old is here. And she is bringing her brilliant mind and her brilliant insight. And no, you guys, seriously. I have Ava on the show. This is her 4th time on because as a eating disorder warrior and recoverer, I'm an eating disorder recovery coach, and I am helping other women in their journeys in their recovery. I also want to help moms raise their daughters to be confident and fearless in their bodies. Because here's the thing, you guys, not only do I want to help in the healing and recovery of those who are suffering with eating disorders, let's do what we can to prevent it, right? Like, holy crap. Like it just gets me lit up and on fire thinking of all these beautiful girls growing up in today's age already trying to change themselves and already thinking that they're not enough and that they're not worthy and that they have to somehow be someone else than who they are to be loved and accepted, when that is not the truth. And that is not the way God created us. God created us the way we are, and that we need to stay aligned with that. And so bringing Ava on really just sheds a light on this. And it also, I mean, there's so many great aspects of having her here. It also helps with any of those of you that are trying to get in touch with your inner child again, to heal from an eating disorder, to make that connection to your own inner child and start that conversation. It just really helps. Ava, you are a leader, and
I've been told that a lot.
You are a thought agent in today's world. We need girls like you to be going out into the world and spreading a message of hope and really just the truth of God and how He created you the way you are. He is the ultimate creator. He did not make any mistakes in the way He created you. And so, oh my gosh, let's just stay with that. Let's have you believe that as deeply as it is true and walk in your light, because then you are going to be able to do what God created you to do. Okay? We don't want you to get sucked into an eating disorder, to get sucked into something that is robbing the world of your light. Because we need you to operate as Ava. And listeners, we need you to operate as you. And if you have any children, if you are a mama of girls, we need them to be operating from their brilliance, that the way that God created them. And that is really the message of today's show. And I was curious because part of this is understanding the way a young lady like Ava thinks and feels about herself, but then also we need to start educating on the awareness of eating disorders. We need to start making it known, even if they're not showing signs yet of having issues, but letting them know that this stuff is out there. And in that way, when you know what the enemy is, when you know what's in front of you, what challenges could be in front of you, then you can get the weapons
to fight it.
Yes, you have the weapons and tools to fight it. Yes, Ava, exactly. And when I was thinking about this, I was like, I haven't really gone into depth about what an eating disorder is. Like, I haven't explained that to you a lot. I was curious, if you are not given a definition of an eating disorder, what would you say that is? Like what, when you hear eating disorder, what do you think?
I think of holding yourself back from the things you love.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Like,
and that's exactly, that is so cool.
She never told me anything about this. I swear.
That is so cool. Because it has nothing to do with, like, food. But, I mean, you can love food, and we love food.
Yes, we love food.
But holding you back
from stuff you love.
Yeah.
So let's say you like going to water parks.
Uh-huh.
But you just don't, you just feel like overwhelmed by it almost.
Okay.
Like, so you love going to water parks, but you also feel overwhelmed by it because, I need this stuff and this stuff. I need to get my swimsuit on to go over there. Oh yeah, I need this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be hungry if I'm like, just all those things that you have to get ready to go to the water park. Or if you like lava cake. I like lava cake. Mom likes lava cake. Everybody likes lava cake. But you didn't eat any fruits and vegetables today. And you're like, oh yeah, I didn't eat any fruits and vegetables today, so I can't have this.
Oh, yep.
It's like, okay, if I have lava cake today and fruits and vegetables, oh yeah, I already had one. I can't have another one. Like stuff like that. Like, if you work out too much, like, oh yeah, I ran 4 miles, and then, now I'm going to go ride my bike because I ate a lot today.
Yep. No, everything you're saying, I relate to it because I used to be that way. I'm like thinking how you just hit the nail on the head. So, keeping you from doing things you love, like going to the water park.
I think the biggest thing that you thought that was most, what you thought is most, yeah, that sounds very confusing. What you think.
Just say it, girl.
Okay, so I think that you thought was the most example for you was I ate too much today. Now in the morning, let's say I had a jog, okay? Oh, but that wasn't enough. I just had a little jog.
Oh, yeah.
Say after lunch, you eat at lunch, you ate a little bit too much at lunch.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You go for a 2-mile walk, okay?
Oh, man.
And then, you would feel bad if you eat too much and then go for a 2-mile walk. Like, I wouldn't feel good.
So, I hear what you're saying with the whole, the...
overeating and then going to... Doesn't have to be overeating, but that's what you think. You think it's overeating.
It's normal.
Yeah, it's normal eating.
So normal eating habits.
Normal eating, and what's the difference between normal eating habits and regular eating?
Yep. I actually want to have an episode on that sometime when it comes to food, because that is something that people with eating disorders...
Mom, you're making me hungry.
That normal eating habits... we don't think it's normal. So what you were saying, it is normal to not eat vegetables some days and have the lava cake. So it is normal to have a day where you don't eat vegetables and then you still eat the lava cake. Mm-hmm. But when you have an eating disorder, it's almost like, well, first of all, you probably would restrict the lava cake unless you did a workout to earn the lava cake, somehow to try to earn the lava cake.
I did a 2-mile walk.
And then you could
eat a lava cake.
You could restrict earlier. And all of this, okay, do you hear how when you are speaking about all of this, how obsessive, like your mind is just spinning. And it's because of this, now I have to do this. And then because of that, now I'm going to have to do this and this and this and that.
Like I said with the water park. Oh, yeah.
The running of the thoughts, the obsessive thoughts, living 1,700 steps in the future, like trying to plan out that perfectionism and that belief that you have that much control. You are missing out on life. That is
Focus on now.
Yes, that's what happens, Ava, is you don't live in the moment. You aren't present in the moment. You're physically
there.
You're physically in the moment.
You can be there, but your soul isn't there.
Exactly. You are thinking ahead, trying to line up the next domino so that they fall perfectly, so that maybe you can have the lava cake at the end of the day if you behave well enough and everything goes just as you want earlier on in the day. And that's
earlier on in the day.
And that's exhausting. Okay?
Sounds exhausting.
It's exhausting.
I need to take a nap.
So, everything you have set up to this point, Ava, are aspects, are like pieces of an eating disorder. And is this knowledge something that you have based on things that I have talked to you about before? Like I'm starting to try to share this with you so that you understand, first of all, my business, like what I'm trying to do in my business, my message and my purpose for my business, and also sharing things that had happened to me in the past so I can't prevent every pain that you're going to have, Ava, everything that's going to... I can't prevent that.
But you can help with it.
But I can sure try to help see you Like, get the foundation set with you and build you up and have these open conversations so that if you ever are feeling like you aren't having the best thoughts about food or having the best thoughts about your body or starting to feel pretty low in that area, that you can come to me and talk to me about this.
You'll be there.
And I'll be there. And speaking from experience, I know how important it is for you to have that relationship with yourself. Because here's exactly what you said earlier. It is keeping you from doing what you love. Ava, for so many years, I missed out on doing things that I loved because of all that energy and all that thought that went into my days that revolved around food and exercise. Because I had to strive. I was trying to maintain that. Mm-hmm. That was time. Time that was gone. That I was time spent thinking about food and exercising and doing this and planning this and that I wasn't doing things that I love, that kept me from being me. I was not aligned with myself. I lost pieces of my identity. I lost pieces of who God made me to be to the eating disorder. So can you see how important it is for me to help you, to help guide you through this so that we can try to prevent this as much as possible? And prevent this, listeners, help you prevent it for as much as possible for your daughters, or to somehow, whatever you can get from the inspiration, encouragement from having this conversation with Ava, for seeing how you can use this in your own recovery. Inspiration to keep going. Inspiration to not give up. Inspiration to know how much you are loved and how much value and purpose you have just because you are here. That we don't have to strive. You don't have to earn anything. And Ava, that's what I want. That's what I want for you. And when I heard you talking about it sounded like a lot of striving, a lot of trying, so much striving. And really, we just have to surrender ourselves to God.
Throw up the white flag.
Throw up the white flag. Surrender to God. But can you see how having this awareness, like we said earlier, knowing what's out, knowing something that's out there, because this is very prevalent, Ava. As you grow up and you're on social media, it's going to be everywhere. You're going to be comparing yourself to other girls. You're going to be, I wish you could have saw her. She wrinkled up her nose and flicked her wrist nah. I love that. See, we want fearless, confident girls just like you. And you can be that thought leader. Because Ava, you're going to have friends that are going to be like, oh man, look at her. I wish I looked like her. And be like, no, girl, you are the way, God made you the way you are. I wouldn't have you any other way. We need women, we need girls supporting other girls in this, lifting each other up. Because this is out there, Ava, and that's why it's so important. Because like you said, because then you know what weapon you need to fight it, right?
And what materials.
And what materials and tools. Mm-hmm. So
what mindset.
Yes. And that is exactly it. So much of what I teach on this show and what I teach in my online programs, which, by the way, I am working on for you guys. And who knows, when this is released, I'm recording this June 1st, but when this is released, I'll keep you in the loop on when those are going to be available for you, because you got to get into my programs, because there's so much of them. So much of it is around the mind. So much of it is about the mindset, and we need you to change your mindset, get your mindset right. Right, Ava? And we can do that together, friends. We can help each other out and keep each other uplifted and encouraged. in this life that we live and in this wonderful but wacky, weird world. All right, you guys have a great rest of your week. And Ava, let's say goodbye, and we'll talk to them again soon.
Goodbye.
Bye. Hey there, friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It truly means the world sharing this time with you. But to be honest, it's never enough time. Like, I could talk to you forever. If you feel the same way, come on over and visit me on Instagram at Andrea_Caro. Introduce yourself. And while you're there, you'll see that my page is infused with faith. It is infused with hope. And it is infused with humor. And these are things we need in eating disorder recovery. It's my mission to change the messaging around healing journeys. I believe that we should be pursuing wellness from a foundation of faith. So if today's podcast episode or any other episodes resonated with you, please consider rating and reviewing my show on Apple Podcasts. I would appreciate it so much. This would help me get my message in front of other people like you that need it so desperately. And if you know of any friends that need this message, that need this show, please share it with them. And remember, God created you. He loves you. He has great plans in store for you. So get ready, girl, and shine on, babe.